Good afternoon. My name is Tre Moore, and today I'll be talking about non-residential fathers and child well-being. Did you know that families have changed greatly in the last few decades? Fewer people are choosing marriage. More adults are postponing marriage for much later in life, if at all. Many adults are divorced or are staying single. More couples are choosing cohabitation even when children are involved. In fact, Martinez and Daniels and Chandar in 2012 found that almost 40% of births are non-maternal. This trend means that, according to Osborne and McClellan in 2007, many children in the U.S. will live apart from their biological fathers during their childhood and will deal with many changes in family unit. This new trend has consequences for children as families' lives become less stable and children are less likely to live with both parents. My thesis is saying that changes in families and how they affect children will be what and children well-being is the topic in many studies. Research indicates that because of changing family trends, there are key variables that affect the well-being of children. This myself, having a son, is interesting because I have a son and he lives with his mother, but I also am co-parent with her to be there for my son. Some of the main points I will be discussing are factors that have been found to affect the well-being of children and non-residential fathers' involvement, the quality of the father-child contact, and the cooperative co-parenting. Cooperative co-parenting. Many studies have found that non-residential fathers' involvement in the lives of a child is positively associated with the child's well-being. Because of the increased father's absence and concerns about non-residential fathers' involvement, there was a need to better understanding the connection between non-residential fathers' involvement and child well-being, as Hawkins explained in 2012. Arkansas, Day, and Lamb in 2000 state that in response to problem of father absence in lives of children, in 1995, President Clinton signed an executive order for federal agencies to support positive father involvement. Many studies found that the non-residential father's involvement in the lives of their children positively affect children's well-being. For example, McClellan in 2000 found that non-residential fathers' involvement can contribute indirectly to children's well-being. Indirectly, the payment of the child support contributes to a child's well-being as it can improve his or her standard of living, improve their health, their educational attention, and general well-being, as found by Graham and Baylor in 2002. King and Sabagul in 2006 also found that when non-residential fathers and fathers support the mother through emotional support, helping with discipline and being a responsive parent, that it can contribute to absolute well-being. As Audemo and Glibber in 1999 explained, a father needs to be more than just a friend or a companion to his child. While non-residential fathers can directly affect child well-being, Audemo and Gilbert in 1999 found that little or no association between frequencies of contact and child well-being. They further found that it was not how often fathers see children, but what they do with them is important. In summary, while the involvement of a non-residential father in the life of life of his child is important. The quality of the father-child contact is what makes a difference when it comes to the well-being of the child. Many studies support the finding that it is the quality of the non-residential father relationship between his child that can help a positive influence on the child's well-being. It can be difficult to measure the quality of a father-child relationship between well-being. It can be difficult to measure the quality of a father-child relationship, but Politicative in 2007 was able to organize involvement by effective climate, behavioral style, and relational. These areas include things like being there for the child, materning behavior, and parenting and teaching. Adamson and Johnson in 2013 further found that a high-quality relationship between fathers and children is one where the children feel that their non-residential fathers will be there for them when they need them. Autumn and Gilbert in 1999 found that when fathers take an active role in their children's lives and work to maintain close bonds with them, that children will greatly benefit. Also, Autumn in 2005 found that when fathers are positively involved, they can contribute to academic success, reduce levels of getting in trouble, and promote social and emotional well-being for their children. Interventions programs have found that to be successful in teaching parenting skills to non-residential fathers and reduce child problems were reported by mothers and fathers as found by Braver, Griffin, and Coxton in 2005. This research shows that non-residential fathers' involvement in the lives of a child is a vital factor for the well-being of a child. This involvement depends largely on the ability of a parent to engage in co-parenting or cooperative co-parenting. While it is difficult for couples who no longer live together maintain a cooperative, low-conflict co-parenting relationship, research increasingly points to the important link between cooperative co-parenting and father involvement as reported by Sobsky and King in 2005. McCall, Kirsten, Hogan, and Royal in 2004 state the cooperative co-parenting is when parents support one another as parents share responsibilities for the child and minimize parenting-related conflict. Soblisky and King found that cooperative co-parenting was positively linked to father-child contact, the quality of the father-child relationship, responsive fathering among non-residential fathers. Hoham Marriott in 2011 found that less engagement and responsibility were linked with more conflict about the child. Finley and Brooks Gunn in 2004 further found that couples with higher degrees of conflicts about their child do not have shared view on co-parenting. Hoham Marriott in 2011 also found that more conflict often leads to lower levels of father involvement. To add to the literature, Carlson, McClanahan, and Brooksgun in 2008 found that when the mother trusts the father and communicates with him about the child, the more the father will see the child and be involved in the activities of the child. Because it is difficult for a biological mother and non-residential father to cooperative to cooperate in co-parenting, interventions programs have been found to positively affect couple relationships quality and father involvement, as reported by Kwana Peruta and Wango in 2009. While cooperative co-parenting is very difficult between custodial custody of mother and non-residential fathers, if parents can learn to communicate and cooperate, is for the children's benefit and well-being. In conclusion, Martinez, Daniels, and Chandler in 2012 report non-maternal cohabitation is a trend that is not going away and has become a normal part of life. With more couples choosing cohabitation, more children are living with custodial mother and have non-residential fathers. Non-residential father involvement, the quality of the father involvement with their children, and cooperative co-parenting all positively affect the well-being of the child. Cohabitation and what that means for families, for non-residential fathers, and more importantly for the well-being of the children is a subject that should continue to be explored and studied. But in conclusion, I also would like to say that as a dad and being involved with co-parenting with my son's mother, I have learned a lot from it, and also it has helped me to gain a better relationship with my son. Thank you for enjoying my presentation, and I hope you learned something today. Have a good day.